Very good evening, everyone. Let me start my presentation of intraoperative challenges of in-the-bag IOL implantation in pediatric traumatic cataract cases. Presenter is myself, Dr. Hemalata, and my guide is Dr. Raman sir. Pediatric cataract surgery has different challenges from adult cataract surgery, mainly due to different anatomical and physiological properties of the growing eyeball. Pediatric cataract surgery itself is a challenge, and trauma complications accompanying it doubles the trouble for the surgeon. So few challenges of traumatic cataract are corneal opacities, which not only makes surgical view difficult, but also affect the visual prognosis after surgery. Small pupil makes the rhexis and capsulotomy difficult. Presence of zonal dehiscence and anticapsular and postcapsular tear complicates the surgery, as few steps like hydro has to be done very carefully, and they can present as intraoperative surprises too. IOL power calculation is difficult in presence of corneal astigmatism, which can be due to corneal opacities and due to sutures. Few challenges of pediatric cataract are low scleral rigidity. In such cases, when the intraoperative hemodynamics are poorly controlled, it results in collapse of the eyeball. Due to high elasticity of the anterior capsule, there is high chance of peripheral extension of the rhexis. Small eyeball, GA complications, and high intraocular pressure further complicates the steps for the surgeon. So, main purpose of my study is to assess the intraoperative challenges of in-the-bag foldable intraocular lens implantation in pediatric traumatic cataract cases. So, this is a case series where 10 pediatric patients presented to our department were selected, and they underwent all the necessary preoperative investigations. Assessment of trauma-related complications like corneal scars, adherent glaucoma, PC tears, small pupil were given special attention. Each case was individually assessed for existing complications, and surgical management was tailored accordingly depending on the preoperative and intraoperative findings. All these cases underwent manual lens matter aspiration or phaco aspiration through clear corneal incision, followed by foldable IOL in the bag implantation. Patients with posterior segment pathology and patients who had complications which requires single rigid in the sulcus and SFIOLs were excluded. So I want to show few common cases of pediatric traumatic cataract, how they presented to our department, and how we tried our best to place the IOL in the bag. So this is a 11-year-old male patient who sustained trauma to right eye with stick 4 years back, presented with irregular pupil, with synechiae at 4 and 7 o'clock, and total cataractous lens. Vision was hand movements. Intraoperatively, synechiae were released using Vaness scissors and iris repositor meticulously. So capsulotomy was done by can opener technique to avoid geoparadising the posterior capsular integrity further. Vision postoperatively at the end of 3 months improved to 6/9 after amblyopia treatment. So next case is a 5-year-old child with history of trauma to right eye with stone, with vision was hand movements. Adherent glaucoma was present at 9 o'clock with total cataractous lens. Intraoperatively, on injecting cohesive visco, pupil was dilated enough and adherent glaucoma was released. We faced difficulty during anterior capsulotomy as we was obstructed by the corneal opacity. Successfully, IOL could be placed in the bag after assessing the PC condition. Postoperatively, vision improved to 6/12 at the end of 3 months. So this 5-year-old child presented with history of trauma to left eye after getting hit to tire, presented with macular corneal opacity, posterior synechiae at 11 and 6 o'clock. During intraoperatively, synechiae were broken. After using preoperatively, we used atropine eye ointment to break the synechiae, and during surgery, synechial lysis was carried out using cohesive visco, and after ruling out zonal dehiscence and PC tear, IOL is successfully placed in the bag. Postoperatively, vision improved to 6/6 at the end of 3 months. So this is a 15-year-old female sustained thunder lightning injury with vision was PL positive. Lens was totally cataractous, and fortunately she didn't have any skin injuries. So this case was managed in the usual standard way. Total cataracts like this will mask the condition of posterior capsule, which has to be assessed properly before placing the IOL in the bag. And vision improved to 6/9 at the end of 3 months. So this is a 10-year-old child who sustained trauma to left eye with cricket ball, presented with total cataractous lens. Posterior synechiae and anterior capsule rupture was seen. In these intraoperative pictures, we can see the vertically ruptured anterior capsule. Loose adhesions were present between anterior and posterior capsule which were released, And the opaque margins were trimmed, and IOL could be placed in the bag after assessing the PC integrity. Vision was 361 and end of 3 months. So, in the bag, IOL implantation in pediatric traumatic cataract cases can be achieved with proper preoperative assessment and instrumentation, which results in good surgical and visual outcome. Thank you.
Good presentation. So in all out of your cases, only one case is having PC tear.
Yes,
Intraoperatively you found.
yes, ma'am.
The rest of the cases PC condition was good.
And in that case, the PC tear was only 2 clock hours, ma'am. So we could be able to place IOL in the bag.
Okay.
Nice presentation, Hemlata. Good work.
Yes, sir. PC tear only in 2 clock hours. Yes, sir. Before in preoperative assessment, we ruled out them.